Let me introduce to you the better half of our family, my wife, Jane Sanders. Let me begin by thanking everybody in this room for the hard work that they are doing. I am more than aware, as everybody in this room is, that there are differences of opinions regarding support for candidates. But what I am also aware of is that we are united in the need to defeat the most dangerous president in the modern history of this country. And I am absolutely confident that no matter who wins this nominating process, we are going to unite, our supporters are going to unite, and Donald Trump is a one-term president. Now, what I want to do is what I expect many of my colleagues who will be following will be doing, and that is to kind of give you our view as to why I believe that our campaign is the strongest campaign to defeat Donald Trump. And the reason that we must beat Trump, as everybody in this room knows, is this country cannot tolerate for another 4 years a president who is a pathological liar, who is running a corrupt administration, who is a racist, a sexist, a homophobe, a xenophobe, and a religious bigot. This country cannot tolerate another 4 years. Now let me say a word, make an advertisement for myself here, why I think we are the strongest campaign. First of all, I know you're hearing on TV a lot, Bernie can't win. Don't believe everything you hear on TV. Truth is that on virtually all of the national polls, we are defeating Donald Trump. A series of polls just came out on Sunday. We are defeating Trump in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. We are tied in Florida, and I believe we are going to win in Texas. Now, what do we need to defeat Trump? What do we need? How do we go about defeating this guy? And the answer is, for a start, we need to develop the largest voter turnout in the history of the United States of America. And I believe that our campaign is very well placed to do that because we are a campaign of energy and excitement. Our people have knocked on well over 1 million doors in this country already. And be careful, because by Election Day, we're going to knock on your door as well. We are all over the place. We are going to beat Donald Trump because we are bringing in to the political process working class people and young people who historically have not gotten involved politically. They are disillusioned. They're not happy with the political establishment. They don't think their vote matters. We are bringing them into the political process, which is exactly what has to be done. We're going to defeat Donald Trump because we have, at this point in the campaign, received more individual contributions from more Americans than any candidate in the history of the United States of America. I plead guilty. We don't have a super PAC. Plead guilty to that. We don't go to billionaires' homes to raise money. but we are raising money from working class people all across this country with an average contribution of $18.50 apiece. And I am very proud that the profession that has supported us the most are teachers in this country. We are going to defeat Donald Trump because our campaign has an agenda that speaks to a long-neglected working class and middle class in this country. No, in the midst of massive income and wealth inequality, it is not a radical idea to talk about raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour. It is not a radical idea to say that all of our kids, regardless of income, have the right to get a higher education because we're going to make public colleges and universities tuition-free and cancel all student debt. And my friends, it most certainly is not a radical idea to say that in the United States of America, we must join every other major country on earth and guarantee health care to all people as a human right through a Medicare for all single-payer program. Our current system is cruel. It is dysfunctional. Anybody here wants to defend a system in which we are spending twice as much per capita on health care as the people of any other country, and yet despite that huge expenditure, 87 million Americans are uninsured or underinsured. At least 30,000 die each year because they don't get to a doctor on time, and unbelievably, 500,000 people go bankrupt because of medically related debt. Can you imagine people going bankrupt because they are struggling with cancer? The function of a rational healthcare system is to guarantee health care to all people, not to make $100 billion in profits for the insurance companies and the drug companies. The function of a rational health care system is not for us to pay, in some cases, 10 times more for prescription drugs than do people in other countries. And let me conclude by saying this. Donald Trump thinks that climate change is a hoax. Well, on that particular issue, I will listen to the scientists and not Donald Trump. And what the scientists are telling us is if we do not get our act together in an extraordinarily aggressive and bold way, the planet that we will leave to our children and future generations will become increasingly unhealthy and uninhabitable. We must, for the sake of future generations, have the courage to take on the fossil fuel industry and to tell them that their short-term profits are not more important than the future of our planet. This is a profound moral issue, and it is an issue that we cannot fail. So let me again thank all of you for the hard work you do. Let us go forward together, and let us defeat Donald Trump. Thank you all very much.